Look up, the sky is no longer safe. We open straight with the heavy metal, a flying agricultural drone. Hovering ominously, spitting continuous fire into a trench line. On the ground below, an unmanned RC car kicks up dust, sending rounds downrange with brutal precision. Look over to the highway. A madman's truck tears through the desert. A heavy machine gun strapped aggressively to the back. This is not a crazy sci-fi movie. This is the reality of the immortal PKM machine gun dominating the modern, high-tech battlefield. Forget the delicate precision rifles. Let us talk about pure, unadulterated macho energy. We're looking at a weapon that actively chews through the massive 7.62 by 54R cartridge. It does not merely shoot, it brawls. Every time the trigger is pulled, you feel exactly 19 foot-pounds of recoil energy violently punching your shoulder. It is a spicy meatball of raw, kinetic power. This Russian beast is not just another firearm. It commands deep respect. Ask any operator, from the frozen steppes to the burning deserts. They will tell you the same thing. This is undeniably one of the absolute best general-purpose machine guns ever fielded by any military in human history. Upside-down magic in the featherweight brawler. To understand the monster, you must understand the mad genius behind it. The year was 1961. The Soviet Union needed a weapon to bridge the gap between light infantry support and heavy sustained fire. Enter the brilliant engineer, Mikhail Kalashnikov. He stepped onto the proving grounds and utterly crushed the competing Nikitin design. How did he pull off this mechanical miracle? He did not overcomplicate it. He brutalized the problem. Kalashnikov took the legendary, ultra-reliable gas piston system of the AK, beefed up the stamped steel components to handle a full-powered rifle cartridge, and literally flipped the entire mechanism upside down. Pure, loco engineering. Simple, indestructible. It lays down a blistering and highly respectable 650 rounds per minute. From a bipod in the dirt or clamped onto a vehicle mount. It is an absolute workhorse that refuses to quit. But the ultimate flex of this weapon system arrived in 1969 with the modernized variant, the PKM. Here is the real magic. Heavy machine guns are supposed to break your back. Not this one. The Russian engineers shaved the barrel length down by half an inch and aggressively cut the weight. The result? A general-purpose machine gun sitting at a crazy light 16.5 pounds. Think about that, 16.5 pounds. Infantrymen can comfortably carry this belt-fed nightmare at the low ready. They can keep pace with the standard rifleman during a dead sprint. They can maneuver through tight doorways and sweep narrow hallways vastly faster than any soldier hauling the much heavier Western M240. In the chaos of an assault, speed is life. The PKM gives a machine gunner the speed of an assaulter. Digital nightmares. Drones and cyber tanks. Fast forward to the modern era. The wooden stocks and stamped steel have met the digital age, creating absolute digital nightmares. Let us break down that viral combat footage. Insurgents and regular armies alike are taking the DJI Agris T-30 agricultural drone, a machine built to spray crops, and turning it into an airborne Grim Reaper. This flying beast boasts an 85-pound payload capacity. It easily absorbs the heavy, violent shock of the 19 foot-pounds of recoil. You do not need pinpoint, sniper-level accuracy from the sky. You just need to pepper the earth, suppress the enemy positions, and allow your fire teams to maneuver. Down in the mud, we have trench-clearing chupacabras, tiny ground drones, RC cars equipped with rugged tracks, thermal remote firing systems, and dual PKMs bolted to the chassis. Human operators sit miles away, safe behind screens, sending robotic terminators to neutralize targets. Then, there is the cyber-technical. In a jarring clash of historic Russian muscle and futuristic tech, we recently witnessed a massive 12.7mm PK variant slapped onto the roof of a Tesla Cybertruck. The truck claims 3mm of stainless steel armor. It is a wild, borderline psychotic setup, but it proves one thing. No matter how advanced the vehicle gets, the weapon doing the actual talking remains Kalashnikov's masterpiece. The ugly truth and battlefield Vegas scars. Time for some tough love, muchachos. We praise the gun, but we do not worship it blindly. It has flaws, ugly ones. First, the burn. If you grab a PKM and try to show off your biceps by shooting in a short sleeve shirt, you will regret it. The weapon ejects completely hot brass straight into your arm. It will brand you. Second, the snag. Soviet logistics demanded the gun use the old, existing ammunition belts. This forced the PKM to run non-disintegrating links. As you chew through the ammo, an empty steel belt dangles out the left side of the receiver. It drags on the ground like toilet paper stuck to your shoe. When you are charging forward, diving into the brush, that belt snags on branches, rocks, and your own gear. It is infuriating. Third, the absolute limit of the metal. Let us look at hard, objective data from the torture testing at Battlefield Vegas. On the rental line, weapons fire hundreds of thousands of rounds. They get pushed until they break. Under this extreme abuse, the PKM has lost 2 front trunnions, 3 rear trunnions, and snapped at least 4 operating rods. Compare that to the Western M240, which only lost a single operating rod under similar stress. The heavy Western receivers simply hold up better to infinite, sustained abuse. But listen closely. Despite the burns, despite the snagging belts, despite the cracked trunnions, ask any veteran door kicker if they have to hump gear across a mountain all day and violently assault a compound at night. They will throw the heavy Western gun in the dirt and take the featherweight PKM every single time. Weight dictates combat effectiveness. The next evolution in the Fiesta outro. The Russian military did not stop in the 60s. They evolved. Enter the modern era with the PKP Pechenik, adopted by Russian Special Forces in 2001. This modernized beast bumps the weight slightly up to 19 pounds. Why? Because they threw away the spare barrels. Say adios to burning your hands on emergency barrel swaps. The Pechenik uses a heavy, forced air-cooled barrel encased in a steel jacket with radial cooling fins. It draws cool air in and pushes heat out, allowing sustained, punishing fire without warping the steel. It spits at an aggressive 600 to 800 rounds per minute. The muzzle velocity screams at 2,700 feet per second. It will effectively engage targets out to a staggering 1,500 meters. And for the close quarters brawlers? Meet the next generation PKZ variant. Built strictly for assault units conducting vicious urban warfare, they chopped it down to an incredibly compact 850 millimeters. They starved the weight down to a ridiculous 7 kilograms. It is an ultra-light, room-clearing buzzsaw. The PK family is nowhere near ready for the museum. From the dusty trenches to the high-tech, drone-filled skies, this loco machine gun is out there right now, adapting, evolving, and dominating. It is loud, it is crude, it is absolutely lethal. Stay sharp, and I will see you on the next drop.